Welcome to Season 2. This is an entertainment channel, not a how-to channel. I'm still new to turning, so if you see something, say something in the comments below. Welcome back to the channel. In this episode, I'm making a Squid Game pen. It's a Netflix show. If you haven't seen it, not a big deal. It's just going to be a pen. If you've seen the show, hopefully it makes sense. I'm going to utilize my Junior Zen Pen kit here. I really like this pen. I think it'll look good on this pen kit. To accent the piece, I'm going to utilize this piece of Pink Ivory. Don't know much about Pink Ivory, but I think it'll make a nice little addition to the pen. Along with that, we're going to utilize some of these 3D printed pieces. I had a friend of mine who printed out some 3D printed shapes for me, and quite an assortment, because I guess he didn't think I was going to do it right the first time, so he made a lot of them so I can mess it up and do it right the second time, or the third time, whatever. Anyway, we're going to utilize the wood, these 3D pieces, and resin, and this resin reservoir, along with some stoppers for the resin to not go into the pen kit itself, the pen tube, and I got some pigment that we're going to use to make black resin. Along with that, I have some micarta pieces that I'm going to use as a spacer. Yeah, there's a lot going on here, so let's stop talking and get started and see how it turns out. I roughed up the brass, and now it's a matter of putting some CA glue, hopefully. I think this is about spaced out right. The question is, how do I do this without messing it up? So I'm thinking these are going to slide a little bit at first, literally. We're going to put a little glue down, and hopefully the plastic doesn't stick to it, but oh, of course there's a phone call coming in. Alright, so that's already set, and just the little bit of time that it took for me to answer that call. Alright, so we'll do the next one. Slide that into that. I hope that spacing is about right. I'm afraid to hit it with, I'm going to let it dry. I'm not going to spray it because it might shoot everywhere. So yeah, let that dry. I got these taped up. It's the right size. Oh. Oh, it's stuck to the plastic. I was hoping that CA glue wouldn't stick to the plastic, but it did. Disappointed! Alright, so I hit that with the belt sander real quick over there. Didn't record it, but I got that all sanded off. And these held on. So that's a good sign. And to keep this really from going anywhere, I'm just going to put that on that. Now this micarta I need as a spacer. I only need one pink one really. Put that over there. So it'll be black, white, pink, and black, and white and pink, like that. Yeah, that'll be the spacer. But I need to rough them up to glue them up. So I'm going to take this 240. And I'll stick that down right there. I think the 240 should be enough to mar it. Ooh, if I can grab it. Let's see if I can do it this way. Little handle. There we go. Just to give it something to grab onto. Flip this over. So it's black, white, pink, white, black. That's the plan. Oof. I wonder if I can shoot that with some spray just to hold it together without it falling. or sticking to myself. All right, hopefully that's enough. Okay, so I cut off a piece of that pink ivory and knocked off the wax and made sure it was flat, or as flat as I can get it. And we're going to super glue the spacer that I made of that micarta to that with some, well, obviously just plain old CA glue. Yeah, we're gonna do CA glue on this part. And we're gonna do activator on this part. Looks good. Yonk, yonk. And it should be stuck. Thinking that that's going to have to be good because it just locked in place. Actually, that's pretty good. That's the barrel's right there, so that's good. And the spacing looks all right. I put the clamp here hoping that we can keep the resin on this side because I'm trying to prevent it from going to the other side. It's going to bury this little nipple thing I have on the end of the barrel. So we're keeping the barrel clean, hopefully, with this little rubber stopper on both sides. But we're going to basically bury this. I'm going to have to cut this off later with the bandsaw. Anyway, we're going to mix up the two-part epoxy here, which is measured these little cups out. And we'll do whatever. A on this side, it's a 1-to-1. We want to make sure that we get down in the eyeballs as best we can. That's it.
Now we play the waiting game.
Okay, well, it's been drying for 36 hours, roughly, almost 48. So it should pop out of here just as easy as, oh, well, that's came out just exactly as I expected. All right. Pretty cool. Now, we buried this on this end. The cap looks good, so we got a nice little hole there. Now I can kind of see it there, and I just got to see if I can pull that out of there somehow. How do I do that? How about, can I use... Nope. Oh, it's potential. Oh, almost got it. Oh, almost got it. Oh, come on. And there it is, the Squid Game pen. How cool looking is this? You probably can't see it from where you are, so let's take a closer look at it. Look at that shine. That OB Shine Juice never fails. It's gorgeous, and we've got some nice little chatoyance in the wood and the resin. But the piece that makes this into the Squid Game pen is right there. Check that out, isn't that cool? So we've got the soldier ranks, you know, circle, triangle, square, and a skull in there. That is pretty cool. We have the micarta separators down here between the resin and the wood. And that pink ivory, wow, just look at that. Isn't that beautiful looking? That is some pretty wood. It may not show up very much in the camera, but a little smudge there. But yeah, it's in person, it's got some nice little chatoyance in there. And of course the Junior Zen Pen has that magnetic cap, which is, you know, one of my favorite things about the pen. If you haven't noticed, it's cold out in the garage. Yeah. Anyway, back to the pen. This pen turned out fantastic. I really like this pen a lot. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider hitting that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and that notification bell. Thank you very much for giving me a turn on your screen, and we'll see you next week. Hey, welcome back to the show. In this episode, welcome back to the show. It's not really a show. It could be. Hey, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, I'm making a Squid Game pen. A squid? I'm not gonna make a squid. I'm gonna make a squid pen. Yeah, well, all right, let's try it again. It's just gonna be a pen. If you've seen the show, hopefully this makes sense. Ooh, micarta. I have micarta somewhere here. Almost forgot. Micarta. Yeah. As a spacer. And then we'll get the spacing set up for cutting that. Yeah. While the neighbor takes off in his Harley. Yeah. Ooh. Hopefully that's probably plenty. I don't want it to. Oh, it's stuck to the table. Okay. How do I not get this stuck to the table? Good question. I don't. Oh shoot. That's gonna be a problem. I gotta stack it and not let it fall. Ooh, hey, how about this? Wanna reach in there? Oh, it's too tight. Will that work? Come on. Oh, it's coming out. Oh, it's giving breath. Breathe. Doink. After you bake it. Bake it. After you bake it, how about we make it? So we got the pink ivory here, which was supposed to toilet flushing. Let's try that again.